In our stage, we are very familiar to the 4 P's of marketing mix. But this time, we are going to tackle the 5 P's of internet marketing. Internet marketing. According to SearchEngineJournal.com, internet marketing is the promotion of a company and its products or services through online tools that generate leads, drive traffic, and boost sales. It is also called as digital marketing. It relies on digital channels to distribute promotional messages. And internet marketing is an umbrella term that covers a wide range of marketing strategies and avenues. Now, let's enumerate the 5 P's of internet marketing. We have the product, people, price, promotion, and place. Product. You will decide what to sell or offer, how it should appear, what customer service support will come with it, and any warranty or additional aspects of the product that will be included. You may be offering the same product or service as dozens, hundreds, or thousands of other websites, so you'll need to somehow distinguish yourself from the pack if the customer will choose what you're offering above all the others. So I have here my own product which I'm selling online. My product is a multi-use lip tint. As mentioned above, each P in the internet marketing refers to a series of decisions that you are going to consider. For the product aspect of internet marketing, you need to make decisions regarding the following. First is functionality. Dito nakapaloob kung ano ba yung purpose or usage ng product or services mo. For example, dito sa aking product ay multi-use lip tint siya. So, yung function niya, magagamit mo siya hindi lang sa lips, pwede rin siya sa cheeks para may blush on at ilagay bilang eyeshadow. Next is appearance. Mahalagang maganda ang appearance ng ating product dahil ito yung may makakahikayat ng customers natin. Nakadepende rin sa atin kung ano yung appearance ng product na gusto natin. Kung gusto ba natin ay modern look, vintage, rock and roll, sleek and sophisticated, and etc. Ay napaka-importante ng appearance ng product natin or even the packaging. For example, sa product ko, makikita na sobrang hikay niya, diba? Simple lang siya pero maganda tingnan. Visible naman ang brand name at nakalagay din ang different shades ng lip tint. At isa sa mga gusto ko sa design na ito is nariyan yung mukha ko. So, ang nangyari, yung mismong bilog na design, nakapaloob na yung information about sa kanya and naging logo na din siya. Next is quality. The quality of your product or service needs to match the message you are sending to the customers in your marketing. Kasi if nakalagay sa description mo na luxury or ang ganda ng quality ng products mo and binili o in-avail na ng customers, tapos nakita nila na in person pala, hindi naman pala ganun kaganda. Taliwas pala yung sinasabi mo sa totoong kalidad ng product mo in person. Isang kasiraan na agad yun sa brand mo and hindi magandang epekto nito sa business mo. So, dapat ingatan natin yung reputation natin na isa ang quality sa nakaka-apekto ng todo sa pagbebenta. Sumunod naman ay packaging. Kailangan na yung packaging ng product natin ay kaaya-ayang tingnan at nakabatay o bagay ito sa mismong produkto na binibenta natin. For example, itong product na ito. Ito yung packaging niya kapag bibilhin mo siya. Ayan. So, kaya sa quality niya, kikay na kikay pa rin, ultimo yung packaging and nandoon na yung location ng aming business and yung, syempre, yung pa-thank you para sa pag-avail ng aming products. Sumunod ay brand. So, yan. When it comes to branding, you have to ask yourself, is this a new brand or is it a new version of an existing brand? Bakit nga ba mahalaga ang branding? Siyempre, para makilala ka ng ibang tao. Saka depende ito kung yung business na gagawin mo ay own business mo or franchise. Kapag own business, mag-iisip ka ng sarili mong brand name, and kapag naman franchise, na existing na siyang brand name, ang kailangan na lang ay pahalagahan o ingatan yung brand name na meron tayo dahil nakasaad naman sa rules and regulations kapag magpa-franchise tayo ang mga do's and don'ts when it comes to franchising. I-connect natin siya dito sa example ko. Ang pangalang brand ko ay La Belleza Cosmetics by JNR. Ayan, yun yung logo. So, napili ko siya dahil kapag sinabi natin La Belleza, it means beauty. So, cosmetics. Pag pinagsama, beauty cosmetics. Yun yung product na binibenta namin. Warranty. The warranty has multiple effects on your product. First, of course, there's the financial implication of a warranty that needs to be considered. Second, there is the practical side of implementing a warranty. How will it work? How long it will be? And what will it cover? And what will it not? Sa type ng product ko kasi, wala siyang warranty, pero ang lifespan ng product ay 3 years kung ito ay mula sa manufacturing date. Pero kapag nabuksan naman is 1 to 2 years na lang. Ang sumunod naman na P ay ang people. The people refers to your customers, yourself, and your staff. You need to consider both your staff and customers if you're thinking of growing your business. It includes understanding what your customers' needs and wants are, setting targets, and measuring your customer service levels so that you attract and keep loyal customers. Oops. Ayan, ang target customers ng aking business ay edad mula 15 and above. Dahil alam naman natin na ang mga kabataan ay mahilig gumamit ng kung ano-anong cosmetics at mahilig magpaganda. At yung mga products naman namin ay applicable sa age range ng target namin. Dito sa Bicol, nakapaloob na din, syempre ako, bilang owner ng sariling business, at yung mga staffs or employees ng aking business. Pero dahil maliit pa lang naman yung itong negosyo ko, ay ako pa lang ang nag-iisang umaasikaso ng lahat. Pero, syempre, kung malakihang company naman, ay meron dapat tayong mga i-consider. Syempre, unang-una na dyan, yung knowledge. Ang mga customers kasi ay nagre-research muna sila bago nila bilhin yung product na nakikita nila online. Tinitingnan nila yung mga product reviews, ang mga information about the product, and yung price nito. So, kailangan natin i-consider yung existence ng product natin if it is new to the market or kung is existing naman ito, ay kailangan para maipakilala natin ang aspects or functions ng ating product para mahikayat natin yung mga customers natin na bumili sa atin. When it comes to employees naman or the staffs, we kailangan knowledgeable enough yung tao natin para maayos o tama ang mga sinasabi nila about sa products natin. Isa sa mga requirements sa mga sellers ay yung pagiging maalam nila sa product na binibenta nila. Dahil isa ito sa mga strategies na nakahihikayat sa mga customers na bumili o mag-avail ng product natin kapag magaling makapag-usap or magbenta yung mga sellers. Sunod ay service. Dapat alam natin kung ano yung mga expectation ng customers natin na mula sa mga sales people, customer service people, and technical support people natin. And of course, how will you make sure that you communicate the importance of service to your customers? How will you monitor an online environment to ensure your customers are getting the service they want? Yeah. Lastly, the attitude. Although you might not think about this one initially, the attitude your people carry, even through online transactions, emails, or other forms of communication will also communicate a message to your customers. We have to know if they're responsive and helpful to the customers, if they are answering the emails, texts, or phone calls, and gives the right information that customers needed.